Can you imagine it? To photograph the Milky Way and the golden light with immense red sand dunes, iconic mountains, strange rock formations, epic arches, elephants, lions, giraffes, and the Himbas? Well, this is what we try to accomplish in our 3,500 kilometers PhotoPills expedition to Namibia, one of the darkest skies on the planet. Hello PhotoPillers, Rafael the Bar here. Namibia is located in the southwest coast of Africa, just above South Africa. It's a vast country, a land of contrast. One day you're in the desert, photographing the dead trees and the dunes, and the next day you are by the sea, photographing sea lions and pink flamingos, or pulling a car out of the mud.
No worries. Go for it. Okay, ready? Go for it. Go for it. You got it, Rafa. Rafa's got this under control. Under control. Look at that.
And it's also one of the darkest skies on the planet. The perfect place to plan and photograph the Milky Way. Okay, let's dive in. This is the story of a bunch of brave PhotoPillers going up and down Namibia chasing legendary photos. By the way, if you wish to join one of our expeditions, make sure to subscribe to our newsletter. It's where we announce and sell all our expeditions and the camp. I'm going to leave a link to the newsletter in the description of this video and in the first comment below. Check it out. It all began in Sossusvlei. Sossusvlei is at 364 kilometers from the capital, Windhoek. It takes about 5 hours to get there, driving mostly in gravel roads. After a quick stop to get some driving instructions from our flamant guide, Jandre Germschulen.
So from here we're going to drive on the gravel road, as you can see. It will be about 280 kilometers, so almost 3 times what we just did now. Now it's very important. Communication, only me. Where's Peter? Thank you, you are done with the radio.
We finally reached our destination. Located in the heart of Namib-Naukluft National Park, Sossusvlei enjoys some of the highest dunes in the world, reaching almost 400 meters, 1,300 feet. These huge dunes are red because the iron in the sand is oxidized. Among the many dunes to photograph, Dune 40 was my favorite one. We spent hours photographing the dunes and the oryx quietly walking across the desert. At night, after a delicious dinner by the fire, we went to photograph the Milky Way over one of our favorite dead trees by our campsite. What a start! It's 6 AM, coffee time! Thank you Tony for the coffee. And to the gate, we want to be first in line when the gate of the park opens 1 hour before sunrise. It takes 1 hour to get to Death Valley, so when the gate opens, it's like a cannonball. Everybody races towards Death Valley to catch the first morning lights with the ancient dead trees and the red dunes. Then you need to walk an extra 1.5 miles to get to the dead trees. The scenery here is just beautiful. The morning wind, the sand on the dunes creating stunning tales.
So, Jandre, what's the shot here? Where are we? Where are we?
We are in Dead Valley. And this morning we've got some east wind blowing, which is very nice to have some different conditions in this area. And there's a beautiful wave of sand coming over the dunes that will be illuminated by the sunrise very soon. And then, so we're going to try and shoot that first and then we'll move around.
And the dead trees stand still, awaiting for the golden morning light to completely lead the dunes behind them. That's the perfect time to press the shutter. At the same time, at our back, a few birds are flying over the tallest dune, Big Daddy, with a height of 325 meters.
Bye. Definitely. Bye.
Today we're going to Swakopmund. It takes about 4 hours and a half to get there from Sossusvlei. But first we'll stop at Solitaire to have the famous apple pie with cream. And also at the touristy Tropic of Capricorn sign. Why not? But we are not the only ones making stops. Let me introduce you our little friends here. They are all over the place. Ugh. Swakopmund is an example of German colonial architecture. It was founded in 1892 as the main harbor in the West Africa. There is a lot to photograph here. Let's begin with a little boat trip to photograph pelicans, sea lions, and whales. From the sea to the desert, where the little gecko waits, along with the young dunes and its characteristic golden color. It's incredible to see the infinite Namib Desert to meet the Atlantic Ocean. After the desert, pink flamingos. As the sun goes down and down right into the sea, the vibrant pink color of the flamingos pops. Goodbye, sun. Tomorrow we're going inland. I dare say that the Spitzkop is one of my favorite places in Namibia. This stunning rock formation is located in the desert of Namib at about 2 hours drive from Swakopmund. With a height of 1,728 meters, 5,600 feet, Spitzkop is one of the icons of Namibia. Its stunning shape inspired its nickname, the Matterhorn of Africa. Spitzkop hides many secrets, and our mission is to photograph them all. Simon, our camp master, set up the camp for us and prepared a super delicious and healthy meal, as always. After eating, we went to explore the area, and we discovered this little pool here, so we used PhotoPills to plan our sunset shot. As you see, the sun was setting aligned with the pool. So cool. And after a good nap, we did come back to enjoy and photograph the sunset here. There is a beautiful arch here too. And again, we use the PhotoPills night augmented reality view to plan our Milky Way shot. And here is Gopal the cat showing me the Milky Way panel fresh on camera. Very nice. Sunrises in a Spitzkop are magic, and we had planned a very special one. We wanted to capture the morning golden light on the rock formation, putting an acacia tree right in the middle of a Spitzkop. What a fantastic morning! It's been a fantastic morning. Now it's time to go back to the camp, breakfast, pack up, and move north in the search of the desert elephant and the Himbas. On our way to the Himba village, we stopped by the Brandberg mountain and the Uhab river. Our plan was to go up and down the river in search of the desert elephant. These elephants are thinner and taller than the rest of the African elephants. But all we did is to get stuck in the mud. So we had to pull our cart out of the mud.
Go for it. Okay, ready? Go for it. Go for it. You got it, Rafa. Rafa's got this under control. Under control. Look at that.
Don't get me wrong, crossing the river was pretty fun, but we got stuck again and again. And we were not lucky at all with the desert elephant.
Day 52. No water, no food, no elephants in sight. No hope. No hope. We don't know. Will we see elephants? Will we see giraffes? Only time will tell.
But we did photograph the Welwitschia mirabilis, an endemic plant that can live for more than 1,000 years. And we also photographed the Herero people, a Bani ethnic group that makes a living tending livestock. The heavy influence of Western culture explains the colorful identity adopted. We photographed them under the stars. The Himba village we're going to visit is near Onjowewe, at about 3 hours and a half drive. The Himba are an ancient tribe in Namibia closely related to the Herero. They are tall, beautiful and super friendly. Their skin is rubbed with red ochre and their hairstyle is unique and beautifully decorated. The Himba live a semi-nomadic life, breeding cattle and goats. They've learned to survive in the harsh conditions of the desert. They taught us their ways and culture, and they were super friendly and kindly accepted to be photographed under the stars, under the Milky Way. Here you have Milky Way. We have the main house here, the chief's house, this beautiful tree, and this other small hut here also. So the Milky Way, you know, around from 9:30 till midnight. It's gonna be perfect here. Can't wait, can't wait. And we had an amazing time photographing them under the stars. Thank you, Himba. And this is the shot Antoni Cladera got. So cool. The Finger Clip is located at about 2 hours and a half from Onjowewe. Here we stayed in the beautiful Finger Clip Lodge. The rooms are fantastic, very comfortable. And the swimming pool is amazing. It's the perfect place to stay, since the lodge is just a few meters away from the Finger Clip. So, after a bit of exploration and planning, we went to photograph the Milky Way with the rock formation. We set up our tripods at the planned shooting spot, and when the Milky Way was in place, completely vertical, we started taking photos as there was no tomorrow. Such a fun night. Today we're going to Etosha National Park. It takes about 2 hours and a half to get to Anderson Gate, one of the getaways to Etosha. After arranging the papers with the rangers, we entered the national park in search of zebras, elephants, giraffes, rhinos and lions. But there are all sorts of wildlife here. By the waterhole of Cauquejo campsite, we came across... Okay guys, I'm here in Cauquejo, enjoying the game, and you know, I run into Mr. Donald Boy.
And
Emma. Hello, PhotoPillers. Oh, and we were lucky enough to see lions too.
come on up here in the hot sun. Why do you want to be in the shade?
And we got a few cool shots. Although Amnon, this guy here, did a better job in finding them. And they were eating a fresh prey. Incredible! The waterhole in Cauquejo is stunning. At sunset, lots of wildlife come here to drink water after a tough day in the sun. The show is simply amazing. The next day we went to Halali campsite, which is at 1 hour and a half from Cauquejo. On our way to Halali we saw a hyena, and we were lucky enough to have a glimpse of a leopard. They are so difficult to spot in the wild. Halali is one of the best waterholes to spot rhinos, and there we were, waiting for them at sunset. But nothing occurred, no rhinos, nothing. Suddenly, at night, the hyenas approached the water, giving us the opportunity to take the first shots. And then 2 rhinos appeared from the bush, taking the place of the hyenas. 2 beautiful white rhinos. The mother was simply huge. We had a blast with the rhinos in Halali. Our next and final destination is Okonjima. It takes 4 hours to get there from Harare, but it's well worth it. Okonjima is a 20,000-hectare nature reserve surrounded by the sandstone on Boroko Mountains, very rich in wildlife and picturesque landscapes. It's also home to the African Cat Foundation, which is renowned for its conservation work with predators across Namibia. We have 2 goals to accomplish here: to photograph the leopard and to photograph the giraffes under the stars. A dense population of leopards dwell in Okonjima. However, spotting them is not easy. So we climbed on special vehicles, and with the help of an expert guide, we ventured into the savannah in search of the leopard. Although leopards are wild here, they all wear a color that makes them trackable. This is the reason our guide is waving the antenna in the air. It did not take long to find the first leopard. He was right in front of us, up there on the tree, eating a little zebra. We were taking photos, he was devouring his prey. At some point, he decided he had eaten enough and jumped down the tree, leaving the prey safely stored on the tree, away from the hyenas. That day we saw another leopard comfortably resting on a tree, and also rhinos. We got so close to them that you could almost touch them with your hand. And at night, Chris Nguyen, Antoni Cladera and myself went in search of the giraffes to try to photograph them under the Milky Way. It took a while to find them, but we did find a few. We quickly put our tripods on the ground and began to shoot. The giraffes were perfectly placed under the Milky Way core, and the moon lit them, helping us to correctly expose them. To get the shots, we had to push the ISO up and lower our exposure time to just a few seconds. It's impressive for how long giraffes can stand still without moving. They are such great models. And this is the amazing shot Antoni Cladera took. Legendary. Mission accomplished. What a great time we had in Okonjima. Now it was time to enjoy our final super bush dinner in the savannah under the stars. Well, this is the end of this story, a story of how a few brave PhotoPillers went up and down Namibia to shoot legendary photos. Now, again, if you wish to join one of our expeditions, I recommend you to join our newsletter. It's the place where we announce them and sell the spots. I'm going to leave a link to the newsletter in the description of this video and in the first comment below. Also, if you wish to improve your photography, I recommend you to read and download our super detailed photography guides. You'll find the link to the guides in the description of the video and in the first comment below too. And as always, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday in another video. And remember that you have the power to imagine, plan, and shoot legendary photos. Bye.
Okay. Same to you. Bye-bye.
I wanted all.